Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author trading with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about gold. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders to the COT data. So essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment the market is rejecting to the upside a quite important structure level. In fact, this zone was already acting as previous resistance, preceding all these rejections to the downside. Then the market broke above the zone. Now, what we know is that previous resistance, once it is broken to the upside, becomes support. So when the market created this massive move to the upside, all this previous resistance was turned support. The market tested it here as support and rejected it to the upside quite aggressively. So from a monthly standpoint, everything seems quite bullish. The market has been pushing to the upside aggressively, and there is definitely the possibility to see more potential bullish price action being created away from this level. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, from a weekly standpoint, it seems like the market has found resistance at the previous high. From here, in fact, the market created the previous correction, then the market went and tested exactly the same zone and again got rejected to the downside. At this point, there is the possibility that the market has now entered inside of a range from a weekly standpoint, with the top of the range being here at the previous high and the bottom of the range being here at the previous low. Now, if that is the case, what you would expect is now for the market to go for another test of the high of the range, then for a test of the low, and essentially for the market to continue moving horizontally in between these two levels. Now, since the last test is here at the bottom of the range, the next logical step would be for the market to go and test what kind of liquidity we have at the top of the zone. So there is the possibility to see some potential bullish price action being created away from this level. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily standpoint, the pattern that the market has been creating is quite clear. When from here the market created this push lower, essentially there was the creation of this M pattern. And after the creation of an M pattern, usually the way in which this pattern is completed is when we get a rejection to the upside, completing the M pattern at the neckline, which is the previous support turned resistance from a daily perspective. We can also notice that here on the daily, since we have a massive impulse to the downside, if we want to measure a correction after an impulse, we have to take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse leg. And we can see that never the market corrected it, not even to the 0.32 of the Fibonacci taken on the impulse leg, meaning that this market seems quite overextended to the downside and in need of a rejection to the upside. And we can also notice that now the market has been creating this pattern here, which seems to be a deceleration, because when you have a strong trend and then the market starts creating something like this is what is usually referred to in a technical analysis as a wedge formation, or anyway a descending triangle. And when you have a pattern like this, these are exhaustion patterns because it usually indicates that sellers are not that strong anymore. And the reasoning behind that is that simply every time that the market pushes lower, the market immediately gets rejected to the upside. That is because new buyers are buying at every new dip. So it means that is why it is an exhaustion pattern, because it means that buyers are ready to buy again at these prices, which could definitely lead to a potential rejection to the upside if these buyers are institutional buyers. So speaking about institutional buying, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders. So what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing, and let's check the data precisely for gold. Now, what we can see here is that with the last reports, we went from having 131.1k net positions all the way up to 236.5k net positions, showing how institutions have been massively moving back to the bullish side for gold, with longs now reaching 286k from an institutional perspective compared to only 50.1k shorts. So institutions have been aggressively increasing their longs and decreasing their shorts on gold, therefore making it stronger. So let's keep that in mind and move back to the chart. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find here on the screen and also linked in description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the analysis. So here from a daily perspective, this area is currently acting as quite strong a support, as we have already seen, because it is the bottom of the range from a weekly perspective. And since institutions are adding longs, there is a possibility to see more potential longing inside of this area, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential rejection to the upside away from this zone. So what would I expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection to the upside away from this area. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked in description. From here, in fact, you will have the possibility to gain access to my entire courses. You will also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one live private mentoring directly with me, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is precisely the one that we used in this video, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you continue to scroll down the website past the testimonials, you will see that you have the possibility to join and gain automatically access with email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and also let me know in the comments below any new pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos. And I will see you in my next breakdown.